Hi everyone, my name is Caio. I work as a digital marketing specialist here on Ansell. Our office and lab are here based in Willerby, Hull. Ansell pretty much is a PPE manufacturer. For those who doesn't know what PPE is, personal protective equipment, and it can vary to all sorts of types of gloves, masks, suits. At the end of the day, we are selling safety, so we are making sure that people are getting home safely. My scope is quite broad in the sense that it goes from an analytical part, from a project management part, to, I'll say, even an assets provider part. So basically, you need the analytical part to, follow up with the results of the things that you implement into, but you also need to work on your projects to make sure that you are somehow delivering information or even new assets, new campaigns, or anything that's relevant for the customer at the end of the day. Graduated in Mackenzie University in São Paulo, Brazil. I studied marketing and advertisement. The most important bit of my career was my first internship, which was back in Brazil at a company called Viti. It was a retailer. But one thing that's really important is that it's important to keep on the head is that the internship is that particular time where you're supposed to learn as much as you can. So I'll say why that one was so important for me, because it was just an introduction to the entire world that digital marketing really is, which is, well, massive. I used to working with Facebook ads on the beginning, but then I got an introduction to which was SEO, which was SEMs, how you manage Google Analytics, and there's all of these sorts of fancy names that you see, and well, that's basically it. So I'll say this was the first step. Obviously, I ended up changing from one place to another. I moved from São Paulo to Hull, and well, I got an opportunity to work here and be part of the Ansell team. Well, definitely what made me choose Ansell in the first place was because I know that at the end of the day we're doing good. So we are delivering safety. We know that people are getting at their home safely. So basically that's the first point. The second one is probably I took in consideration, which was the company size. We can make the difference. We play a big impact in the society that we live. So we are making sure that we are delivering good in a large scale, I'll say. If you want to work with digital marketing, there's probably a set of skills that you might require. The first one, which is a no-brainer, probably is like Google Analytics. That's the main tool used on the market today. But on top of that, if you want to extend, if you want to specialize yourself, there's loads of different channels. So Google Ads, which is going to be probably the first one, the most relevant on the market at the moment. And it goes through Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Snapchat. Well, the range is quite big. Even like CRM, like emails, newsletter, all of that stuff. So there's an entire world on that. And I'm telling just from I'll say performance marketing perspective, but there's also the part where you need to learn how to manage like a proper e-commerce, set the sales funnel, keep track on the users' behaviors. Well, I could speak for days on that subject because how much I love it. The next step that I see on my career is probably like a management level, because, well, first of all, I love to work as a team, but not only that, I always love to work with the numbers and see that the actions that we're taking are taking the company to another level. So yeah, that's probably the way that I see my career progressing in a couple of years. But if I have to give an advice for someone who's starting their career today, I'll definitely say that, well, you got to be passionate from what you're going to be working with, because, well, this is where you're going to spend the biggest chunk of your day. So it got to be something that you love and at least you enjoy doing. The second one is probably do your research, especially when it comes to digital marketing, because there's a lot of content on the web. If you want to get to know into any of these details of the fancy words that I just threw like a couple of minutes ago, go into Google and you probably see some good definitions on what that really is. And I'll say probably the third one is, well, don't be afraid to try, especially if you're like in an internship or you have the possibility to do an internship. This is great because it's the time that you're supposed to learn and not to be, I'll say, too much concerned about your career development. So make sure to try everything. Make sure that you're able to experience as much as you can, so then you can select the one that you're more fancy with.